Would that have heard it?
Yes.
Okay.
Very much hearing this right now.
I don't know what episode this is. That's not mine.
That's my phone. Hello, nerds, and welcome to
Hello, fellow nerds.
a new episode of Noisy Pixel Podcast. And the new episode is number...
unqualified
number...
The better one.
Number...
yeah, not the better one.
I could have just looked at the podcast.
Number 30... No.
Oh my god.
Do the last
Number-
one.
I'm just gonna look at our...
Dude, what is it? The last one doesn't even have a number on it, you fuck.
I know, that's what threw me off.
It's 15.
15.
Oh, but like, of the new number, I see.
All right.
New number.
Not the... I'm looking for the old number.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Ready?
That's all going in the podcast, by the way.
Okay. This is just how these episodes go. These are just how these live episodes go.
Yeah.
Do we address the camera?
We could.
guess
At
we
any
okay.
point we could. If you become my friend, whenever. Yeah.
Noisy Pixel.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to a rare live episode of the Noisy Pixel Podcast from Seattle, Washington, Pax West 2021. We have myself, Zara Lopez, here on the floor where we don't typically record podcasts, but we are today because that's just how we do things.
On the floor.
With me,
On the fly.
Ian Gowlock.
Hello. Should we do a shout out to where we're staying or not?
No.
Okay.
Where we're staying? Shout out.
Shout out. Travel Lodge. Sponsor us.
Pinocchio Hut. Pinocchio Hut.
And also by huge demand,
By huge demand, yes.
Mark Damati.
Mark Damati is here. Welcome. Hello.
We haven't seen you in a while, Mark.
That's not true.
Is that my fault? You
have personally haven't seen me?
Call a spade a spade. Why have you not been
Not been where?
on the podcast?
On the podcast?
Is that my fault?
I think it's your fault, yeah, primarily.
I would say.
I mean, like, I don't think I should be on the podcast all the time. I don't really have, like, nerd things to offer. I have myself.
and that's what
I'm a gift, honestly.
I feel like that's what the listeners want.
Sometimes you just gotta bring the heat, you know what I mean?
If you wonder why we're rambling,
There's no rambling.
it's because Pax West,
It's rough.
it was rough. Rough is a good word.
Lame.
You'll see our coverage in the next couple weeks of the show, so you can kind of see for yourself. We have a few previews going up, but this was unlike any event we've ever attended for a few reasons. You have coronavirus,
Yes.
so everyone's wearing masks.
Sweaty.
I got a pimple, and I'm not happy about it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about your pimple, but I was, yeah, it's fun.
I don't know about that spot you pointed at.
Yeah.
I had the breakouts too, man. So,
Dude.
Yeah.
That's probably the worst. Like,
That's the worst about
I mean,
coronavirus.
the worst thing.
It was hot in there, man.
I mean, you have coronavirus and you have my breakouts.
Yeah.
What I can't really
know.
I can't really decide what's
60%, right? 60%
capacity.
capacity.
Yes. The show was similar to your local small town anime event. You had like the 3 cosplayers and like 10 game demos. We played everything within 2 hours, 3 hours. I think we saw everything there has to be seen.
Yeah.
And
I wasn't here for those days.
well, you experienced it.
I did experience it as little as possible because it just wasn't popping. You know what I mean? There was only so much. There's only so many rooms.
If you could compare it to the last event, just for comparative sake, the last event that we attended as a group was PAX East 2021 in Boston. So
2 years ago.
as our cameraman,
Just a cameraman?
And friend.
How would you compare it to that other event?
I mean, PAX was PAX. It was the same thing. We did the same interviews. I personally stood in the same fashion, holding the same camera. But it felt the same to me, but it was just less. But I enjoyed it. It's different for me. I know you guys have more experience.
It was a little more confusing walking around. Like we typically have a schedule where we come in 2 o'clock, 2:20, 2:40, and so on. Like those are our times. But kind of cold calling publishers and stuff. Hey, we're here for an interview. Do you want to do it? It just felt
not us, man.
Not us. It wasn't the noisy.
We're
pixel
better
way.
than that, man.
Yeah. So
we like schedules here.
We like schedules. Yeah. We like our firm schedules.
And that was hard, probably. I bet when you were doing interviews too, because you don't know how comfortable they are with everything.
Yeah.
Right? So
yeah, I didn't know if they wanted us to have a pole on the mic 10 feet away.
Boom boy?
Yeah. Everyone was like, yeah, I don't know how close you want to get. I'm just, dude, just get close. They did have everyone tested, and you get a wristband if you have a vaccine or a negative test. So PAX as a company, they were doing what they could. And before we get into kind of what stood out to us in games, I just want to say that someone had to do it. Some event had to break the ice and come forth to get this back to normalcy. And I believe the biggest company that was there was Bandai Namco, but I don't think any spokespeople for Bandai Namco were there. It was just like we hire on a company to watch our booth type of thing. Well, it didn't seem like any Bandai Namco employees were there proper to show Tales of Arise demo. But yeah, it was one floor too. There's usually 3 floors of video games, and it was weird.
Oh, really? They do everything, multiple building?
So the room that we were in, the main room that we were in, that's like the AAA. You have your Gearbox, your Microsoft, your Paradox, your big guys. And then the top floor would be like your NIS Americas, your Inti Creates, Yacht Club Games. The top floor this time was a nerdy ass Magic tournament. Just a fucking smelly ass room of Magic nerds playing land cards and mana cards and all that.
Well, there goes all our Magic subscribers.
Yeah.
And that layer that the games were on, they didn't even use one of the ballrooms. They just used it for a raffle.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, it was
It's sad. So with that said, Ian, I want to know. I'm dying to know.
Okay. Yeah.
What your game of the show was.
I'm going to give it to Witchwood. And because it was just so pretty. It was a pretty game. The art design is beautiful. I'm sure many of our listeners and viewers know of Sleeping Beauty. Yeah. So it's that kind of style. It's Ivan Earl, I believe, is the illustrator, and it's everything's like in that style and looks beautiful and amazing. And it's kind of like a resource management game, and you just explore things, but you have kind of wacky characters, but it's kind of dark too. So
kind of walk us through your gameplay experience there. What did you do when you picked up the controller?
When I picked up the controller, and I was just checking everything out, just because everything looks so gorgeous. And really, I mean, the idea is you explore, and it makes you really want to explore. And I didn't know what I was doing as far as the items that I had, but you kind of quickly found out that you need certain items to advance, and characters, of course, will send you on fetch quests that will take you other places, but it didn't seem like a chore. It was because everything looked amazing, and the controls felt smooth, and at that point they were saying, oh, it's still pretty early development, so that was pretty promising to me. And yeah, I mean, I know it sounds like we're kind of talking negative about a lot of the things,
the PAX experience.
Yeah, PAX experience, but it is awesome that there were some really good games there and some developers that showed up for it. Yeah,
not everyone's gonna see it too. You know?
Yeah,
Not many people came.
Yeah, and nobody filming came, so we hit them all. I think once you see our content drop, it'll be like you were there. You know,
You get hit with that B-roll, man. You won't ever go back. You'll be watching it over and over.
Yeah, you get yourself a nice warm cup of coffee.
Of coffee, yeah.
And sit back, relax, turn up the speakers, let the ambiance. Yeah.
Minotaur Princess.
I really want to know. About this this gorgeous and mysterious game of Minotaur Princess.
Yeah, so it's a princess that turns into a minotaur, and you solve puzzles. It's like a match 3, game, and it's so wacky. And I talked to the developer, and he knows it's wacky, and he was just having a good time, and it was it was a ball. So yeah,
there's an FMV. Very short, maybe like 15-20 seconds of just a princess that turns into a minotaur. It's like the general commercial animation. It is just brilliant.
It's wonderful,
fucking brilliant.
Yeah. Hope it comes out soon so you all can see.
Oh, I would love to play Princess Minotaur.
Minotaur Princess.
Sorry. I'll be sure to get that right by the time it comes out.
I know. Yeah.
Mark, I know you were behind the camera most of the time, but were there any games that kind of stood out to you?
No. Not at all. I was so busy just filming the games, I wasn't even watching the games. I did see some many Smash Bros replicas.
Dude, there was 5 Smash Bros replica games.
It's just too much. Well, Squish was there. We played some. Well, I didn't play Squish.
I would say Squish is more Mario Party-esque. You'll see our preview of Squish, but you're correct in saying that that's this idea where you're fighting in a party. But there were at least 3 or 4 actual Smash clones, and we didn't actually interview any of them because I was like, man, I don't want to fucking talk about Smash.
Dude, the plushie zones were hotter than that. You know,
the plushie zones were hotter than Smash clones, if that tells you anything. But you know what? Good on them.
Yeah,
they don't even need us. They have Smash clone potential. Yeah. They don't need. I mean, that's all the press they need. Yeah. You know, we're
Squish seemed fun though. I didn't get to play it because I was busy doing my camera stuff,
getting the content.
Mm-hmm.
But I did think it was fun to watch. Mm-hmm. How long can you play Swish? The answer is I don't know.
Yeah, we played it was like a Tetris thing where each character you have 4 players, and Tetris blocks kind of fall from the ceiling, and you have to squish your enemies, which are your friends, just like real life.
It was really fun. Yeah, I wonder if there's going to be more modes, but
some weird bugs, like an explosion
because you think you should have won.
There was a few times where I should have won.
Okay,
and I'm gonna say that I did win in my head.
Okay,
I wasn't the winner. You have to watch the preview content to see who's the actual winner, but it's not me. We'll just put that out in the open.
Sorry,
spoiler. But yeah, please watch that. As for me, I would say my favorite game was No Longer Human.
Oh.
From, I think the developer is 1080 Studios. But I believe that's a joke. I don't know the punchline, but the developers are very meme heavy. Their trailer was filmed on an iPhone. Their key art was just a screenshot of their desktop. They're having fun, and that's all that matters. It's not in a pretentious way either. It feels like it's just in an edgy, cool way. It's something that Noisy Pixel would do.
So they have your approval, is what you're saying.
They have my approval. I'm in on it. I like it. Maybe I just like the game more because the game is a 2D action side scroller where you play as this girl who's out to destroy the world, I guess, it seems, as a hacker. And the action is very... if you've ever played Short Piece, Ryun Seku's Longest Day or something like that. It's made by like a series of developers, like 9 Japanese developers kind of made each chapter, and so each chapter is different, but the gameplay portions are 2D action. It's kind of like that, but with Vectrex art, like line art. And everything's flashy, and there's like music like it's like you're
Can you do that again? Sorry.
It's like that, and you're like fucking pressing the buttons, and like there's ways to combo moves, and you have like a scythe, and it's just please, I have a preview coming up. We'll have an interview with the developer. I'm so excited to kind of learn more about this game, because it honestly blew me away. Just the high action. The main girl is wearing some revealing clothing, but that's not essentially why I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Was one reason.
Okay.
But not the reason.
Right.
The reason was the cool action.
Yeah. Now, was it an easy game?
It was not easy. It's very hard. It's very difficult. Very difficult. I think they congratulated me because I was actually able to land a hit on the final boss. They created like a really hard boss to end the demo and just kick your ass.
Yeah.
But I was able to stun the boss and land some hits. They said in the beginning, a press member of press came and played the game, and they couldn't get past the first couple enemies, and they just put the controller down and walked away and never came back. So that was kind of rough on the developers, but people, there was a crowd around the game for the rest of the event, and people seemed to really dig it. So I was really glad that a game like that was around. I also got to play Fire Girl, which is like an arcade kind of 2D action game, but it has like that 2D HD like
it looked good. It had like a lot of depth.
Yeah, like Octopath Traveler.
Yeah.
Like you have the 2D character, but it's a 3D world, and it's more arcadey because you take a mission on and then you put out fires.
Yeah. Also tough, right?
I died a lot.
Yeah.
I recorded some gameplay, and I wasn't too proud of it.
Do you die by fire?
You die by fire. You die by fire bats.
Fire bats.
Yeah, these fucking bats, dude. Like, if there's one thing I hate,
Dude.
it's bats. And fire bats are just the worst.
Yeah.
There's like fire volcanoes, and there's this fire ghost kind of chasing you the whole time. And the idea is you find people in the firehouses, and then you hire them to help out your firehouse, or your home base, and they lend you their strength for other runs. And there's like a very cool game loop as that. I just thought it was a really pretty game, and
I think it was one of the first games you were drawn to.
Yeah, I do agree. That said, is anything else that stood out to you, Ian?
Listen.
Calm down, man.
I'm glad a lot of indie games got attention. I do want to talk about one that I was actually surprised that I enjoyed as much as I did, and that is Neon Noodles. And it is kind of like a program game where it's very cyberpunk themed, and you are a robot that makes food, but you have to program the robot to make the food correctly. And it's a lot of trial and error, and you have to have the right kind of patience and tenacity to do it, but I found it kind of rewarding. And I don't typically think my brain works that way, so I would be interested to see somebody that is really good at programming and stuff like that play that game and see how well they do. But Neon Noodles was really cool. I like that.
I think just for reference sake, we probably just talked about half of the games that were playable at PAX. It's digging. It's strange, like. We kind of took a chance to come out here and hang out, but really we do like being together. I don't always get to hang out with my boy Mark. I don't always get to hang out with my boy Ian.
Yeah.
And we're here. We're braving it. So I just want to say,
Are you gonna cry right now?
I love you guys.
It just laughs. That's how you know it's
Psych.
Yeah.
No, it's tough. You don't know how people are gonna feel when you in these trying times, as they
Yeah.
say. But I'm glad that we all came together and gave the developers too, the people that actually attended the event, really setting the stage for future events.
Yeah.
Your GDC, your E3. And the people that didn't show up, it's fine. That's your choice, but someone's got to give these guys some coverage.
Yeah.
And you know what? Throw me on the front line, Mark. Throw me on the front line.
Put me in, coach.
Put me in.
I'm ready to play, man.
Um,
Threw me on the spotlight on that one. I see.
Mark, in Seattle, how would you rate the pizza?
Pizza was like, if you're just gonna throw me in on that like that, a 5, 6 maybe on a good day. Just my standards are too high.
I forget, have we said where Mark is from?
Mark's from New York. Yeah, viewers know.
Some viewers
should know. You should know. Mark's from
Yeah.
New York.
But New York pizza's got the pizza.
How would you rate the weed here in Seattle?
The weed was good, but my last joint, dude, it was a scam, man.
See, they set the bar high for you when you got here.
Yeah,
They fucked it up right at the end.
It just wouldn't smoke, man.
That's what's going to keep with you, not the beginning
not
part.
the good one.
Not Pax, just the just not everything. Just forget.
Yeah.
All I remember is the bad joint. The $15 were wasted.
You got to scoot around Seattle. That was new.
The scooting was probably the best part. Got to see the city kind of in a condensed, quick run. Able to shoot photos, hop off the scooter, hop on the scooter. Goes pretty fast too. So if you like, riding a bike, you definitely would like this. It's very fun. Very fun for me.
And Ian, how would you rate the coffee?
The coffee. The coffee. Let's say 10 out of 10.
Ooh.
10 out of 10.
Strong move. There.
I'll rate the Mexican
It's a hot
food.
take.
I'll rate the Mexican food here in Seattle a fucking 1.
Oh, 1?
Oh my god, who the fuck you kidding, Seattleians? With your yellow sauce? What the oh my god. Now there was a good Mexican place, but I'm gonna judge it on the restaurants. The restaurants that I saw.
Okay, if it's a good place, you gotta do a shout out.
The good place put corn in my burrito, and so that's already questionable. Yeah, yes, some people might like it, but I ain't no corn boy.
You sure?
All right.
I'm not a corn boy.
All right.
Just give me some fucking beans and some rice. Make a goddamn burrito. Don't give me fucking cheesy flakes or something in there.
Yeah.
I don't want farm fresh fajitas. I don't fucking need that. I eat a burrito because I want shit in my mouth. I don't want your fucking organic crap clogging up these taste buds.
Yeah.
You sure?
1 out of 10.
Okay.
Get better. You have 1 year before I come back for Pax West. Or else. And that's it. Any closing statements, guys?
Dude, I thought my quesadilla was pretty good.
The quesadilla. Okay, cool.
You got good dogs here. I saw a dog with
they're good boys.
sunglasses.
Lots of good boys.
A dog with sunglasses carrying its own leash.
Walking itself.
It was
As
amazing.
if it says to its owner, stay home. I don't need you today.
I know you have a hard life, so,
I'm gonna walk myself.
The people are nice here,
Yeah,
for the most part.
I agree. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with this episode. We're on the floor. We're Noisy Pixel, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Hit that subscribe button.
You heard him.
Noisy Pixel.